Ladies and gentlemen, as many of you know, I just joined the club. I'm new to the club. Last week, I spoke to you and I opened up to you about my fear, about my dream. Now, there have been many times that I've been terrified. And even in those times, I would try to make the brave decision. Now, at times I would let myself down. At times, making that decision was difficult. But again, I would try to make the brave decision. Now, show of hands. How many people knows what it feels like to be let down by the one person whose mind you can read? The one person who's never supposed to let you down. Yeah, me too. Me too. It's okay. Well, what I want you guys to take away from this, and what I want you to understand, is that fear has a cure. There is an antidote for fear. Now, if you guys don't mind, I want to take a moment. We're going to travel back a little bit to my history. Story time, you know, everybody likes story time. Some years ago, I was a young Marine in the middle of the Iraq desert. Now, at the time, I was the only Marine Corps welder within a 70-mile radius of our main operating base. The only one. Now, being the only welder, that required me to weld on everything, okay? Didn't matter if it was Army, didn't matter if it was Navy, didn't matter if it was Marines, Air Force don't care. What has two thumbs and had to weld on everything? This guy. Everything. Now, being the only welder, that required me to travel a lot. And I have to say that I hated traveling. I could not stand traveling as a Marine. Reason being was not because of the little men that run around shooting at me. Didn't mind that. That was okay. I see you, you see me, it's fine. We have an understanding, okay? The problem was, those same little men, they like to plant little bombs all across the road that I couldn't see. Sneaky little bombs. So I could no longer, we didn't have an understanding anymore. Now they were just trying to blow me up. I had an issue with that. I sort of did not like that, okay? So that psychologically bothered me because maybe today was my day. Maybe today was the day that they were coming for me. Maybe today was the day that they were going to get me. And many times there would be reports that right after I left, bam, something, the convoy right behind me. So that would play with me too. That would play with my mind as well. But on this particular mission, I was tasked out to a small base, on the outskirts of an Iraqi town that was notorious for mortar fire. Now, for those that don't know what mortars are, they're basically flying bombs. They send them out. A couple seconds later, boom. In this particular situation, one of those flying bombs had damaged the tower. Not just any tower, we needed this tower. This tower was required for our mission. And as the only welder, yeah, this guy. So, needless to say, actually I do need to say, I'm acrophobic, okay? I'm acrophobic. For those who don't know what acrophobic is, that means that I am afraid of heights. I get dizzy. Now, on top of that, being afraid of heights, and knowing for 100% sure they can reach me with those bombs. So I got that and I got that to worry about. Those are two things I got to worry about. I got to worry about falling and blowing up all in one encompassing mindset. It's great. Okay, so needless to say, I had to have a small talk with myself. I had to have a quick, to the point talk to myself. I said, okay, this is real. I was a Marine, so it wasn't nice, but I'm going to tone it down for you guys. All right, so the talk went a little bit like this. Nice version. Lance Corporal Kless. Because I was scared, so. You know those Marines need you, right? I know, but that's how I'm scared. Listen, if you don't get up that tower, Marines are going to die. If you do get up that tower, Marines will live. Very simple. Very simple. Don't die. Do live. They need you. Needless to say, at that point, I wanted to stop. I wanted to give up. But that same not so nice voice in my head continued on. Carrie. Yeah. Because then it was being nice to use my personal. You need to take your fear, that fear that you feel, in your hand, ball it up, shove it in your pocket, because we'll deal with that later. But right now, you get up that tower, you make those repairs, you get back down, and you let these Marines go home. Yeah, of course I was all fired up to myself. I fired myself up at that point. I was ready to go. Needless to say, I got up the tower, hand over hand, bam, 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 afraid the whole way to go. Got up there, did my repairs, came back down, hand over hand. We all went home that day. We all went home that day. Oh, you know what? I totally missed that. Thank you.
That's okay. Awesome.
Thank you.